Okay, welcome everybody to the Tech Founder Show with Insivia, where we interview really cool guests talking about interesting products and technology. Today, I've got Oleg. Now I can't
Kurchenko.
say it. There you go. We just practiced 2 seconds ago
Yeah, we just practice.
from
Oleg Kurchenko.
Binaryx, and you're coming from Kiev tonight.
Yeah, currently my location is Kiev, and I'm really glad to be here. And thank you for your invite, Andy. And let's talk about some tech stuff.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about your company first. Tell us
Okay.
what you guys do and who you are, and we'll kind of launch off from there.
Yeah, the company name is Binary X, like you say. Binary X is digital assets exchange, and why we call this is Binary X because we are doing digital assets exchange with the feature like digital assets tokenization, and under binary we means like our world is binary, like 0 1 0 1 everywhere right now in the digital world. And also that our business is the market, like an exchange. And also there is like you can see binary when you switch in or exchanging the bitcoin to United States dollars. There is a binary pairs, and so and X in the end of that name means that we can digitize anything. So it's binary X.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about how you got into this.
Oh, like you know the long story short. Yeah, all the time. I have a lot of experience in tech. Most last 10 or 11, yeah, right now it's last 11 years I doing different software stuff. My my education is like I'm specialist and bachelor and in software engineering.
Okay.
So on the second course of the university, I have started my own company with I start to do web development. We start doing websites, internet shops, etc., etc. And then a little bit later, I start my other business in e-commerce.
Mm.
Then I come back to software development and start developing different products, startups, and etc. And currently, um, and start the first time when I heard about cryptocurrency, it was 2000 2011 year. So
Yeah.
was 2 years after Bitcoin was burned on the world. And and Mike, I hear about Bitcoin the first time from my client from Germany, and he's saying to me, he gave me a link and saying to me, okay, you can, this is great thing, and you need to learn about it more. And he's saying to me that this is the future, and
Oh, looks like you froze. Not sure if you can hear me.
yeah.
Oh,
Hello, yeah, you hear me?
yeah, you froze for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry, there was a call on phone. Yeah, and he sent to me that link on the on Bitcoin Talk and saying to me that is the future. And I say to him, okay, I will learn. Then I install the first Bitcoin wallet on my personal computer. I don't even remember where this computer is and where this Bitcoins what was mined on my computer, but I'm not sure there's a lot of them uh,
Yeah,
because it
hopefully
was
not.
working just a few days, not much, not much. And after that, I involved in Bitcoin one more time when I have a client that was lawyer from Kiev. In 2014, he has some client who wants to develop the platform for using the cryptocurrencies, and then I start developing that platform. And in 2016, I start my own journey in cryptocurrency world, and it's right now it's going on. you know,
It
like I start
definitely is.
yeah, I start from the mining, then I start
Uh,
develop the trading robots, investment platforms, payment services. So a lot of stuff, because all my life I doing business with software. So and by the and we start after we have a lot of experience to develop products for other people. We start developing our own payment system. It's called Pation,
mm,
like Pation.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, it was we represent that system, that payment system, like revolutionary thing in the payment world.
mm,
But uh, by the way that we are developing our product, we understand that that payment system is great idea, and that starts working perfectly in few years, but not right now, because the world is not ready for pay with Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. If to be honest, the world want to store that assets, the digital assets. We understand that. We stop developing our payment system and start developing our own exchange. We buy
mm.
the software from the guys from the United States who developing the software for stock market, then reconstruct and already more than 2 years we're developing and improving our platform. So uh, and step by step, we understand that this assets tokenization and digitalization is the future, because if you can transform asset in digital form, and then you can easily transfer it from one guy to another guy. So this is boost economy in 100 times, because like, you don't need lawyers, you don't need the notary to start uh, to send you, to send your assets to
Yeah.
somebody, like rights on that assets to somebody. So we start developing the tokenization platform based on the exchange. So currently, if talk about current situation, that I can say that we are building the ecosystem where you can use the cryptocurrency like a payment method, like a assets exchange, like a investment platform with crowdfunding in other businesses. So this is a huge thing what we are doing right now.
So you're deep in this stuff, Bitcoin, asset digitization. I have these conversations with folks all the time about where is it going, and I'm not that deep into it. I play with Bitcoin here and there.
Mhm.
So tell me about what you think with Bitcoin and these other um, you know exchanges and coins. Like, what do you see happening? Where do you think this is all going?
As I say, I think it's going forward, and this is our future. The future is now currently, and you can easily transfer money without bank to other part of the world. One thing what the person need, this is the internet to check his balance. That's all. So this is the future, and we're going on. If we're talking, I'm really sorry about noise. Uh,
It
yeah.
makes it more fun.
Okay. If we're talking about the future, we're one of the first companies what doing digital assets tokenization. Like, we transform assets into digital form,
Hmm.
and I'm sure this is the near future for cryptocurrency world. Right now, you can hear many rumors and many interesting information about NFT and etc. etc. There is also hype, but the next hype will be assets tokenization.
So I'm a guy on the street that isn't very technical. What
Yeah,
is? Can you explain asset digitization and all this for me? To
yeah, of
like,
course.
I'm someone that just like doesn't get any of it.
Of course, no problem. For example, you're a guy who doesn't understand nothing in the cryptocurrency, right? Uh, and we meet with you in coffee shop or somewhere, and you are going and you're coming in that coffee shop each day. You buying coffee in the morning, and then you walking by on on your work, but you like that coffee shop, and you know that it's like maybe I want to own my own coffee shop. I want to own coffee shop,
Okay.
but you don't have a lot of time to do that, and you can't allow to you to build that coffee shop because you don't have enough money for that, but you have few $1,000s what you can invest in that coffee shop. So we allow to businesses attract
Mhm.
money in their business through the crowdfunding investments, and by transform the own of their business into digital form, and that guy can buy the part of that business in the digital form.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Yeah,
and that's not the only use, right? So that's an example of one use is that if
of
a
course.
business,
This is most simple example.
okay,
Currently, we are developing the tokenization for edtech company, the company who make educational technologies, who have courses, and they making specialists in internet marketing, software development, sales, and etc. 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 You know, like many professions. So they're growing up professionalists, and we are developing the tokenization for that company. So all people who are receive the education from that company can buy their shares. That this is incredible, I think.
yeah, that's really
So
interesting.
world
It's really,
world yeah, world right now going in split sharing, and world right now going in sharing economy,
yeah.
and you understand everybody talking about this, and this is the part of world where you will be in few years.
Yeah, and I mean, it could be any asset that there's really value in, and I think like homes, like your the deed to your house,
Yeah,
right? You own a home, and that could be a digital asset that could then easily be transferred, right?
of course. For example, you want to invest in real estate, but you don't have enough money for buy the whole house. But and you can create the community, what invest few $1,000s each, and you can buy house, uh, put send it to the rent, and receive money from the rent, and split that money what you will receive between all shareholders.
Hmm. So, also another topic. Tell me about NFTs
Yeah,
and what
what
is the
exactly you
big
want?
crazy trend with the
This is
little,
really crazy.
yeah, little graphics and these things that are selling for a ton of money. Can
Yeah,
you shed some light on this stuff for me?
uh, what exactly you want to know? You want to know the on which functions it's based, or you want to know how it works?
Both. So how
Both.
it works.
Yeah,
Why
okay.
are people so hungry for it right now?
Hmm. Yeah, about NFTs, you need to be understand that you need to be careful about that,
Mm,
because there's all things there's too many noise about them in financial sphere.
mhm.
uh, they can be really tricky, you know. So you need to be careful when you
Okay.
buying some NFT. But NFT and uh, how it's I trying to explain that by by the simple way, like I need to generate step by step explanation. Um,
And this is the challenge, right? With a lot of these things is that folks out there, only so many people really understand.
yeah, yeah, but why right now NFT is really popular, and this will be popular in the future. Uh, Many of us play it in computer games, right? So and we playing in games where you can buy some digital skin for your weapon, for your character, or anything,
Right.
and you paying for this. So NFT allow to people invest in uh, uh, in the things what will be uh, just once, like,
Yeah.
and uh, there is only one there is only one example of the stuff what they buy in like NFTs. So NFT calling like non-fungible tokens, so there is no second feature like you buy, so you can be sure that is you own something special, and you invest your money in that stuff. um, I don't remember how to call it, like on English, but
Unique.
when this is social impact covered,
Okay.
there is too many psychology in that stuff in NFTs, and if you want, I can share with you great article about NFTs. I will send it link to you, and you can split it with your audience. And where is the good explanation why NFT hype right now too much? Because there is a lot of social impact in that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I, honestly, that's something I look at and I see that there's a kid making small graphics series and selling it for $300,000. And I go, okay, I don't get the value of these things. And it makes me feel a little bit like, man, I'm getting too old. I don't get it.
You playing computer games?
You know what? I don't. So
You
maybe that's
don't.
why I don't understand.
Maybe somebody in our chat.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that do. I'm not one of those folks. So uh,
Okay.
let's get back to Binary X.
Yeah.
So is this? It sounds like it's not your only product. That you've got multiple things that are going on at once.
Yeah. Like as I said before, currently we're building an ecosystem. So that means exchange cannot be only exchange like on stock market, because on stock market when exchange building, then this is only the business what the guys who are building exchange do. But when you're talking about digital assets exchange, you cannot be just an exchange, you also need to be a broker. So you need to build the wallet for your users, you need to build the simple products, like not the spot exchange or margin trading exchange, like that with that graphics like on the stocks, but also you need to be the simple exchange where like where you can convert your currencies into any form, and then you start building, like we are starting building the investing platform launchpad for some products, some projects, what people can invest. That can be other coins or the digital assets as we do. And uh, I tell you a little bit more about our plans and what will be in 1 year. We are run our own payment system with the prepaid cards, and
Mm,
right now, like you can use all financial services in one place. So you become like an whole ecosystem where you can buy cryptocurrency, go to the shop or pharmacy or somewhere else in supermarket, and or buy clothes with that cryptocurrency, use it, send to friends, and so do any stuff what you can imagine in your head.
yeah.
So
Um,
we're
Good.
creating super app. Like currently there is too much apps on the world, and there is not too much apps where you can combine all that stuff, because sometimes you need to send a message in Telegram, then you need to go in Facebook, look that photo, and then you need to go in YouTube and look that video, because there is too much problems. If we're talking about the business, then you need to open the Google Drive, open your Drive documents, then you need to go again to Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever, and go back to Zoom, to Slack,
Mhm.
Skype, and your mind is blowing, when you trying to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we understand that there's the pain of the world and pain of the market. So we start building an exchange with whole ecosystem and whole products and whole financial services, what you need in daily life.
That sounds like a big, daunting thing to build, right?
A lot.
So, how do I mean, is it just that you're taking the approach of like, I'm going to do a little bit at a time, we're going to keep building and growing it? Do you have a master plan? How are you
Of
going
course.
about trying to
Yeah, like
create
the management of all of that stuff.
yeah.
uh, um, we are currently, from what we are building the company, the first stuff where from we start build the company is the structure of the company. So this is based thing, like this is base. Before you start building the company, you need to understand which which people should do their work. Like you build the structure of the company, you build the departments, you where create the departments processes, like in the beginning the high level processes. We talk with the specialists how the products should be. We hire the best specialists from the market
Mm.
who are already built some products what is related with our product what we build. So in each product in our company, like if we're talking about wallet, exchange, payment system, invest platform, is built by the product owner who has already an experience in that stuff. If I am like currently I'm doing work like CEO and CPO in a company, because I am really involved. Like I really like build the products, and this is my passion. So I start working with the product managers, and they started working with business analytics, and the business analytics create the requirements for the developers. That requirements go to development department, designer department, then to many processes go through uh, after, like, designers create the wireframes. They
Hmm.
send it that wireframes on approve, and when it's approved, then we start creating the content for all of that stuff. So there is a lot of stuff to do, like, and this is only a small part of the business. I cannot explain to you how to build such big platform in few words without showing my screen or something like that.
Right.
If you want, I can tell you a little bit more about management and how we're doing that, but on the next session, not right now. I need to
Sure.
prepare for that.
So, are you self-funding this where, you're just bootstrapping, or did you go out and find investors to help you do it?
The first investment, it was my own money. I
Okay.
invest about not about, like, exactly 2.5 millions in that product. And right now we attract investors. I cannot. I am under NDA currently, and I
Yeah.
cannot say to you the amount. How is it? But we sell 25% of the company, and soon we will tell about that, but not right now.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
when I saying that we are developing the payment system on based on our exchange, uh, we're lucky guys because our investor has an experience in payment system and he has his own solution what we are integrate in our ecosystem. So we have a lot of stuff to do, and with good partners and good investors we can do that. So
Yeah.
currently we start attracting investments in our business.
What do you think? Our show is really to be for other founders. What have you found the most challenging part of trying to grow a business?
Yeah, the mm, when you look on the cryptocurrencies, you can understand there is a lot of money, right? It seems like there is a lot of money,
Mhm.
but for receive that money from the clients, you need to be very very loyal to your clients. You need to like. You need to be honest with them, and you need to be the best in what you do. Anyway, your business go fail
Mm.
because there is too many other companies who are doing such business, and their budgets in 10 or 100 times more than ours.
Mm.
So our passion is product, our passion is customer care, and our passion currently on is like doing what we do. I think in the near future, we will start growing much faster, and almost everybody in the world will know the name of our company. But for start fast growing, you need to build the good basement, as I say before. Um, and under basement, I means that you need to build good software solution
Mhm. The
and good
foundation.
core. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is the most important thing, like
Yeah,
your
that makes
product.
sense. Um, obviously, this is a worldwide. When you're talking about crypto, obviously, an exchange. The point is for it to be global. How do you find it building a product that does have to reach international audiences and have people from all over the world work in it? Has that been a challenge for you?
You, you mean an adaptation of the product for
Yeah,
international audience?
adoption. Even building it, like
Mm-hmm,
thinking about you've got all these people from different backgrounds and
mm-hmm,
languages. You have to think about the features and the language that it's in, and then going out to these markets and actually getting people to buy into it
mm-hmm,
outside of where you're at.
mm-hmm.
So how
Yeah,
is how have you
uh,
approached that? I guess.
yeah. Currently, we are making. Okay, I start from the beginning. When you start developing the product, almost everyone right now in the world understands English language. So the base language on which you build your product is English, and
Mm,
then you start adapting it for different markets. For example, the internal stuff of product, every everything the same for all people. So because if you need to send money, you you need to do just this, and all stuff what we need to do it's making translations for our website, uh, for our website, and then people can easily understand like what we need to do. But we don't do translations for the regions where we in what we are not interested from for. For example, we have translations on Korean language, Chinese
mm,
language, and etc. etc. But we don't have translation on Indonesian language because we don't have any clients from Indonesia. If we go on Indonesian market, we just need to do and translations. So the first stuff you start developing from the English. The second stuff you start adapting your product, internal product under that language, what on which market you are going for. And the third part, you start adapting your marketing funnels under for that market, because if you can see the biggest products like a PayPal, right? If you go to PayPal US, the landing page will be one. If you go to PayPal Germany or PayPal United Kingdom, PayPal Poland, you have different landing pages.
Yeah.
So this is like they adapting their funnels under the market, and this is everywhere. So it's not a problem, like, because PayPal inside, this is PayPal anyway. Like, you have the money sending, receiving, and request on for the payments. But
Hmm.
outside, what users see and where users understand how they interact with the businesses, we're making that part different for everybody. But
Yeah.
you cannot understand from the beginning how the people on other part of the world thinking and what important for them. So you need to hire. Hello.
Yeah. Can you,
Yeah, yeah. You need to hire the specialists from that market. They understand to you, or they explain to you how to make the business on their market, and then you build the customized landing pages, customized funnels, customized stuff for that market. But this is not first step. This is the last step.
yeah, no, that makes sense. How have you can you talk a little bit again for our audience of founders, how you started growing customers and, really getting traction from bringing, users in?
Yeah. Different products has different grow hacks,
Hmm.
and I cannot say that is our grow hack is something unique, but uh, uh, when you are building an exchange or the stuff like we are built, you need to I will explain to you on the example of exchange. When you start developing exchange, and if you have just 10 coins on your exchange, this nobody doesn't come for to you, because the people want to buy different coins, like new coins what is under development. But uh, if you add sorry, if you add some coins on your exchange, or and that coins has some community behind them, then people coming to you from that community to exchange that coin on other assets. The same thing with the digital assets. We're For what we are doing digital assets with the different platforms, with the different businesses, because the clients of the businesses is our potential clients. So we're doing that stuff for create our own grow hack, and to receive more clients.
Um, I'm kind of interested. One of
Yeah,
the things
you like if somebody doing the business like we do, uh, you can be sure that is the that information what I told you right now cost too much money.
Mhm. Yeah, I can imagine. So one thing a question that kind of came to my mind is I know I read an article a while back about an exchange that I think either shut down or the founders left, and then,
Yeah,
kind of millions disappeared, right? So part of customer acquisition for you has to be, making people feel trust to put their money
of
with
course,
you.
of course.
How have you done that? How are you doing that? Um, and
Yeah.
really, I ask this partially for other people out there that are building
Mhm.
products that maybe require trust. as a
Hmm.
key factor?
Yeah. The first of all, you need to build like why I'm right now talking with you, right? Because there is the part of our social communication. Because I don't hide my face. I represent our business and show what we're doing from inside, and talking to community. This is a really important thing, like because people with the business if people have the person who is related with the business, they then people trust more to that business. This is the first thing. The second thing is the legal stuff. Of course, like you need to do all legal stuff, because the many of the exchanges what is shut down, as you say, they don't have any legal stuff behind. We are currently have a license in Europe, so we can work officially. And then when we will go on United States market, we already make the research that we need to receive a virtual assets provider license in each state in the United States. This cost few $1 million, but then people can understand that they can trust us and they can work with us because we're verified by the government. And companies in cryptocurrency also need to work with the government, because uh, there is a lot of options what will be opened if we will do all stuff by the right way, like we put our business in the system.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Um, you talked a little bit about the future of the product, but
Yeah.
where tell me more about where you see this going with your team and with the product, and what is this big vision that you have?
Hmm. uh, this is the vision for the next few years, so you can be sure that will be and there is nothing special what I can add right now. I'm sure that is in 10 years almost everybody has his own cryptocurrencies. Not his own cryptocurrencies, but they have cryptocurrency in their digital wallets, and they will have digital wallets, because a few years ago, like 15 years ago, nobody doesn't understand what is PayPal or what is the digital money. Everybody use the cash, but right now there is no cash, and cryptocurrencies is the next step to like the next step of evolution of the money.
Yeah. So if you were giving advice to someone that wasn't in any of this, where
Hmm.
should they start looking at investing
Yeah,
and putting some of their money?
yeah. The first what you need to do, like education is the most important thing, because you need to understand how all stuff working before start investment, and don't jump all with the head in that stuff, like don't be crazy, because there is a lot of syndromes like FOMO, like feeling of missing opportunity, FOMO. And in cryptocurrency you can involve really easily in FOMO.
I think people feel
And
that
we
all the
have,
time.
yeah, and on Binaryx we already developed Binaryx Academy, where you can learn more about cryptocurrencies, and the course is free, and you can use it without any problems, and you start learning from the beginning of the ages,
Yeah.
when the people change the skins or the shells for the goods, then how they develop the money, and then how money evolved in cryptocurrencies. So there's a lot of interesting stuff to understand and to read. So
I'm gonna go check out the academy. I can
yeah,
always,
let's go.
yeah, I'll be in there for sure. So, I mean, this was a great conversation. Just to, I know you're out on the road, but to just kind of close things around, the question I always ask folks is, if you were able to go back in time before you started, let's say Binary X, and
Yeah,
have coffee with yourself, what
yeah.
advice would you give?
Um, advice what I get.
Give to
Um,
yourself.
In back in time before I start Binaryx, like in how much years?
Let's say 2 or 3 years before you went back and had coffee. What would you tell your old self to do differently, or that they should, think about?
Buy cryptocurrency on all money.
That's the easy
Just,
answer. That's the
yeah,
easy
yeah,
answer.
it's the easiest. I just joking. If I come back in few years, I will tell to myself like be a little bit more patient, uh, and don't worry about if you like. I can tell you a little bit more story about Binaryx. The Binaryx starts like my investments, and I hired another guy on CEO position. And the most important thing what I recommend to myself, like start growing company by yourself. Yeah,
So do it by yourself, or you recommend
yeah.
to
Do
bring
it. Do
somebody
it by yourself. If you want to do the things by the right way, do it by yourself.
in? Interesting. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, where can our audience find more? Where can they connect with you and find out more about Binary X?
In social media, what's the Facebook, Instagram, anywhere.
You're on all of it. Okay. And then
Yeah,
your domain name is binaryx.com. Easy to understand, easy
yeah.
to remember. So that's perfect. Go check it out. I really appreciate you joining us. I think it was a great conversation. I definitely learned a good bit.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm really appreciate, and I am glad to be here and have conversation with you. You're a great guy, and thank you so much. I appreciate.
I appreciate it too. All right, everybody. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.